Hey everyone, Mr. Swerb with the Cardboard Jungle checking in with this week's NFL point spread winners. Went 2-1 last week in our picks. Three more winners, 3 minutes. Here we go. Pick number one this week, going with the Cincinnati Bengals at home, laying 3 to the Baltimore Ravens. Got this a little bit earlier in the week, bought the spread down from 3.5 to 3, paid minus 130 to do that. End of the day here, I just trust this Cincinnati Bengals team a lot more than I do the Baltimore Ravens right now, despite the week one results. Bengals obviously losing to the Browns 24-3. Ravens getting it done at home against the Texans 25-9. Look for Joe Burrow to bounce back here. I trust Burrow. His calf looked fine to me. The conditions were tough last week in Cleveland. Trust him far more than Lamar Jackson. Hasn't played football in 10 months. Looked really rusty last week, throwing 2 picks. And Baltimore also, a lot of new parts on that offense. I just think I still like them this year. I just think it's going to take them a little while to get going. And week one was a little bit of a mirage for them. I am not sold on this Baltimore defense either. A lot of guys were sent packing this offseason. Calais Campbell, Brandon Williams, Chuck Clark, Marcus Peters gone. You got Marlon Humphrey that's out. You got Marcus Williams, it's questionable. So they're missing just a lot of key pieces on defense. And, again, the Texans week one, Stroud kind of dinking and dunking. I just don't think it was a proper test. Bengals defense to me looked good last week against the Browns. Good enough. And Cincy just a little bit hungrier. 0-1, Baltimore 1-0. Just really feel like Cincinnati gets it done by more than a field goal this week at home. So the Bengals pick number one. Pick number two, the Tennessee Titans getting 3 at home against the LA Chargers. And this one's pretty simple for me. Coaching and defense. I mean, to me, I think you have one of the best coaches in the league here, Mike Vrabel, against one of the worst in Brandon Staley. Also a Titans defense that I like a lot more than this Charger defense that we saw just get completely skewered last week by Tua and the Miami Dolphins. To me, Tennessee last week, Tannehill was not good. I expect him to be better this week, but that was a very good New Orleans team and very good New Orleans defense that they, went down to play in the Big Easy and almost came away with the win, came up just short, 16-15. These two teams, Chargers and the Titans, played last year in LA. Titans defense missing 6 starters, completely owned Herbert. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions, passer rating under 70. Chargers ended up winning at home by 3, but it was very narrow and could have went either way. So just like the Titans roster better, I like their defense better, I like the coaching. I don't understand them getting a field goal at home. I'll gladly take that and go with the Titans plus 3. My final pick, the New Orleans Saints minus 3 at Carolina. I think recent history here has kept this line down. I said the same thing last week when I went against Carolina with Atlanta. The spread's too small. I took the Falcons gladly, minus 3.5 last week. They easily covered. I think New Orleans does the same here this week. It's not a good Carolina roster. Bryce Young was the lowest rated passer in the league last week against Atlanta defense that nobody would classify as stout. Panthers also missing 2 starting offensive linemen. They're missing their stud corner, J.C. Horn. And again, I don't like the roster, and they're missing some key people. And, New Orleans on the big Monday night stage, I just expect them to really show up and to get the job done. Don't overthink this one. Lay the 3 with the Saints on Monday Night Football. There you have it, our 3-point spread winners this week, going with the Cincinnati Bengals minus 3 at home against the Baltimore Ravens, going with the Tennessee Titans plus 3 at home against the LA Chargers, and the New Orleans Saints laying 3 on the road in Carolina Monday night. Good luck with all your endeavors this weekend. I'm Mr. Swerb with the Cardboard Jungle. We'll see you next Friday with our latest installment of picks.